thousands of people who get paid to look after children in the home could be faced with inspections and mandatory training under proposals contained in a government-commissioned report. It's called The Pathway to a Quality Support and Assurance System for Childminding, and it proposes rules for childminding of more than 2 hours a day for children up to 15 years old. Bernadette Orbinski Burke is CEO of Childminding Ireland and chair of the working group tasked with producing the report. She's on the phone now. Bernadette, good morning.
Good morning, Gavin.
Who are these proposals aimed at?
Well, all childminders, really. I mean, just to give a bit of background, a childminder is a person who is single-handedly minding children in the childminder's own home. And there's an estimated 35,000 childminders in Ireland. And currently there's only 120 registered with TUSLA. And the current system is clearly failing childminders. The really important point is you're only allowed to register with TUSLA if you're minding 4 or more preschool children. So the vast majority of childminders, there is no system for them. It's not that they're choosing not to join. There is no system for them. And I think it's really important to make the point as well that there's really good practice and self-regulation going on in this vacuum, that many childminders are, choosing to be members of Childminding Ireland, for example. They have Garda vetting, they're insured for childminding, they sign up to a code of ethics. So I don't want to give the impression that because childminders are not registered with TUSLA, they're not providing good quality childcare. I think that's very important.
These proposals aren't aimed at grandparents or other family members, but many of the childminders who Drive Time, for example, spoke to yesterday said that they were unlikely to register. They said they were put off by the requirements, including qualifications, saying that their qualification is that they're parents, that they've been minding children for years, and that they might be put off childminding if these regulations were made mandatory.
I mean, I think there is, a huge piece of communications to be done. These are proposals, and nothing is set in stone yet. No decisions have been made, and certainly Childminding Ireland is going to be going out to childminders around the country and parents and collecting more feedback to the DCYA, who will be putting together an action plan based on the proposals. What we want is a childminding sector that's going to continue to deliver the really unique benefits of continuity of care, often from birth to teen years. Children flourish in these relationship-based childcare settings. But what we have at the moment is there's no requirement for anybody even to have Garda vetting. And that's really not right in terms of putting the interests of the children at the centre of things and safeguarding and child protection. We really do need to have appropriate basis for regulation.
What's the proposal for those who would decide that they don't want to register? Would they have to, and would they be penalised if they don't?
Well, that's a decision for DCYA. We're proposing that all childminders are registered. And what the key to that is that the threshold for registration is appropriate. We don't want to make it so that it's a barrier. We want to make it something that develops and improves learning and practice and so on. So it is intended to actually be a wide net that brings as many childminders in as possible, and it's certainly not intended to disregard experience or prior learning or current qualifications or so on.
Bernadette Orbinski Burke, CEO of Childminding Ireland, thank you very much for joining us on the programme this morning.